there.
Yep.
That's where we're going. Just point your plane at that and try and descend at 500 feet per minute. And when we get down to 2,000 feet, we'll level off. And I just want to keep an eye on this guy. He's flying parallel to us.
East of your position, northwestbound 1,800 light civil going to 36 November as well. Big November 6.
These guys are so busy out here today. How's it feel?
For bad, you gotta pull back to keep it at 500.
Request 4,000 for 12.
That's okay. If you want it, you can just trim it up a little. It's not going to take much. I mean, it's the whole trim range in this thing at this airspeed is just like a half a turn. And the other thing we could do is add a touch of power. That might help, but we just don't want to be burnt. Usually we don't want to be burning fuel when we don't have to. So this feels really good. And look, we're at 2,000 feet, so if we want to level off here, all we got to do is go back and add some power to the bottom of the green arc there. It's like 22. And we can turn the carb heat off because we're not at a low power setting. You feel all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So here we are leveled off at 1,900 feet. Can you see that plane out your window? He's probably about 2 miles. So why don't we do this? Why don't we do a left turn, or sorry, a right turn 360. Ready? We'll try and do it right at 1,900, and we'll do a standard rate turn, which is we're going to put that on that notch and keep the ball centered. So just enter the turn, and we don't want to stall the plane, so we're going to watch the airspeed indicator. Probably need just a little bit of back pressure. You got your turn coordinator almost perfect there, and the ball's not quite centered, so put in a little right rudder and watch. You're going to increase the bank, so we might have to let a little bank out while we're doing that. There you go. That's a 2-minute turn right there, and just keep that in all the way around 360. We lost 100 feet, so we just need a little bit of back pressure. I'm going to trim that up just a very small amount, and there you go. Look at that. You're level. You're in a standard rate turn, and we'll bring it all the way around till we're pointed back at that water tower. Looks good. How's that feel?
Good.
That'll give that guy that was in front of us a couple minutes to get into the airport. He's well past us now, and we don't have to worry about him. We can take our time landing.
Where should I start rolling back out? So.
When you see that water tower, so it's, I forget what our heading was, but I'll let you know.
360.
Yeah, it's going to be, you still have about 90 degrees to go, maybe a little more than that. Actually, that our water tower? No, it's this one over here.
I see it.
Just keep bringing it around. You're still doing really well on this. Just pull a little back pressure because we're starting to descend. There's Philly. That's the Vincenttown water tower. When you get pointed at that, just roll the wings level and that'll stop our turn. We landed on runway 19 at the Flying W, so if we wanted to, we could head right into the Flying W from here. I'm going to go back to the Flying W frequency, which is 1228. We're going to point the plane. See that nurse? I don't know if you can recognize it, but I'm going to point the plane at it. There's a nursery right there, which is on this side of the airport. It's hard to see now. In the winter, these nurseries have all those white plastic canopies on all the plants. But we're pointed right at a nursery where they grow plants.
Okay.
And in the nursery, there's a bunch of red barns right off of our nose. So when we get closer to it, you'll see it. There's also a big green field out there, and that's the approach end to 19. So can you see over here, Leo? We're headed right at the airport right now.
Okay.
We're in down on a 45-degree heading. That's how we enter the pattern. Then we're going to turn another 45, and we'll be going parallel to the runway, opposite direction. That's our downwind, and then base, and then final. And that's where this guy is right now. He's on the base leg of his approach. So we're going to go to here, then turn right, and then left, and we'll land.
The blue one's him.
That's the guy that was in front of us. When we did the 360, he got in front of us. He's in a 152. We're actually way back here. We're right over Red Lion Airport, which should be right under you. See it?
I see it.
Okay, so we're still at 1,750 feet. The nursery, this is my visual checkpoint on the way in.
Yeah.
The runway is just over that big green tree line. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay.
But that big field out there is the approach end.
Yeah,
so right now, we're going to go ahead and pull the carb heat out. You can pull that out. And we want to pull the throttle back to about 18. And the pattern actually, we need to kind of be coming in on a little angle. So we're going to go over this way and turn back in. There's no other airplanes out here at the moment, so I'm just going to make a radio call. Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 62862 inbound 45, runway 19, flying W. Okay. There's the red barns. I don't know if you can see them. We'll be using those for a lot. The runway is right in front of us. We're kind of on a 45. We're going to get about 3/4 of a mile away from the airport, which is right down the middle of this nursery here. Then we're going to turn right, 45 more degrees. So let's go ahead and do that now. There's 1,100 feet. The pattern altitude is 1,049 feet here, so 1,000 feet will do it for us. There's our pattern altitude. We want to set the power to 18. Carb heat's already on. As soon as we get parallel to the runway, I'm going to ask you to put in 1 notch of flaps. Look over here, Leo. That's in the white arc. You can drop a notch of flaps. And remember I said the wind was pushing us this way, so we're going to turn into the runway about 10 degrees so that wind doesn't destroy our pattern.
Okay.
The other guy's now on the ground.
We're a beam of the end.
Yep. Flying W traffic, 62862, turning base to 19, flying W. Okay, the airport, it looks like at ours, there is somebody, I don't know what the hell this is.
You cross one to the left, downwind 19, flying W, number 2 to land.
I don't know what the hell that guy's doing. Crosswind, he said. Hey, let's add another notch of flaps right now because we're going to start descending. Ready? We're not quite descending fast enough, but
Yeah, we're at
it's our airspeed, 75. This is perfect.
75.
And look, our descent rate is right around 300 feet per minute, so this couldn't be any better. And if you get really used to this, you'll usually roll out like within 50 feet of where you need to be. So let's add another notch of flaps. I like to get all my flaps in while I'm on base. A lot of people will tell you they don't do it till final.
Flying W, check on
There's a car in the taxiway.
Chester is driving at Archer 5 miles to the northwest inbound runway 26 Chester.
Flying W traffic, Skyhawk 62862, base to final 19, flying W. Okay, so it's gotten really smoother since you and I left. So look at this, we're rated 600 feet. We're probably just going to be 50 feet high when we turn. I'm going to start to turn now, and I'm going to cross these.
You turning left base, 19 number 2 to land, flying W.
So now I got a guy behind me,
Traffic helicopter,
right up my ass.
departing field to the northwest, Lakewood.
I don't know what this guy's doing, but he's really close in. Flying W traffic, 62862, 3/4 mile final, 19, flying W, full stop. We're going to do a full stop landing probably.